You've seen that one clip. Ayanokoji sitting there, completely unreadable. Someone screaming in his face, and his heart rate doesn't move an inch. No panic, no reaction, just control. And somewhere along the way, you decided you wanted that, so you started doing it too. Slower texts back, flatter reactions, less "wow, that's cool," more "it's fine." Here's the problem, you're not becoming him, you're becoming exhausted, because there's a massive difference between actually being calm and just performing calm. And right now, most people your age are doing the second one, and it's quietly wrecking them. So today, we're breaking down the real psychology behind that unshakable aura. What's actually fake about it, what's actually real, and how you get the genuine version without the act. Let's name it first, because you've definitely seen it even if you didn't know it had a name. Psychologists are calling it the nonchalance epidemic. It's this quiet, nationwide performance where young people are trying to look permanently unbothered. Delayed replies on purpose, one-word texts. Sarcasm as a shield so nobody thinks you actually care about anything. And it's not just a vibe, it's showing up everywhere, in cities all over the country, as this shared, unspoken agreement. Whoever seems to care the least wins. Which sounds kind of powerful, right? Except here's the catch. Winning at not caring isn't actually strength, it's a mask. And masks take energy to hold up. So why are so many people choosing to wear one? That's where it gets interesting. Because the answer isn't really about Ayanokoji at all. It's about your phone. Think about it. Every single thing you post, every reaction you show, lives online forever. One vulnerable moment, a bad post, an emotional comment, can follow you around for years. So your brain does the math. Showing emotion equals risk. Staying flat equals safety. There's even a term for the aftermath of being real online. A vulnerability hangover. That anxious, exposed feeling after you shared something honest, and now you're wondering if it was a mistake. So naturally, people stop sharing honest. They flatten themselves out instead, and it goes deeper than social media. Sociologists talk about something called cold intimacy. This idea that even relationships have turned into a game of leverage. Whoever seems least invested holds the power, which is exactly why so many talking stages just die. Both people are performing disinterest so hard that nobody actually connects. So, on the surface, this all looks like strategy, like emotional chess. But here's the question that actually matters. What is this doing to the people playing it? Here's the part nobody posts about. Suppressing your emotions doesn't make them disappear. It bottles them. And bottled emotion doesn't just sit there quietly. It builds pressure, higher stress hormones, elevated heart rate, your brain burning through energy just to keep your face still. So while someone looks unbothered on the outside, internally they might be spiraling. Reports on this trend among teens have described it almost like a mask hiding real internal panic, projecting dead inside while actually just struggling. And this isn't a small side effect. It's connected to a much bigger picture. A huge share of teens today report persistent sadness or hopelessness. A significant number have seriously considered suicide, and the cultural pressure to look fine all the time makes it even harder to ask for help, because asking for help now looks like losing. So if pretending to be unbothered is this damaging, why do people keep doing it? Turns out, for a lot of people, it's not even a choice. It's a defense mechanism they built years ago without realizing it. Here's the twist. That whole "I don't need anyone" energy, it's rarely a sign of strength. It's usually a scar. When a kid grows up with caregivers who weren't emotionally there for them, dismissive, unavailable, inconsistent, that kid learns a survival rule fast. Don't rely on people, because people let you down, so they shut the door on needing anyone at all. Fast forward to now, and that shows up as a pattern of quietly pushing people away. Not because they don't care, but because closeness feels dangerous, and they've got a whole toolkit for keeping people at arm's length, convincing themselves relationships aren't that important anyway, shutting down completely the second things get tense, refusing help even when they're drowning, burying themselves in grades, work, or gaming. Instead of feeling anything, it looks like independence. It's actually avoidance, wearing independence as a costume. And it's fragile, because the second life gets heavy enough, that unbothered wall tends to collapse all at once. So if suppression is fake calm, what does real calm actually look like in the brain? Because there is a version of this that works. And it's not about hiding your emotions at all. This is the part that changes everything. There are two totally different ways your brain can handle a stressful moment, and they are not the same thing. Option 1, suppression. This kicks in late. The stress already hit. Your body's already flooding with adrenaline. And now you're just clenching your jaw, forcing your face to stay still, fighting a battle that's already happening inside you. It's exhausting, and people can usually tell anyway, through micro-expressions, tension, that slightly off energy. Option 2, reappraisal. This kicks in early. Before the stress response even fully builds, you reframe the situation in your head. Instead of "this is a threat," it becomes "this is just information," or "this is a low-stakes moment." And because you catch it early, your body never even ramps up the stress response in the first place. That's the actual difference between someone who looks calm and someone who is calm. One is fighting a fire, the other prevented the fire from starting. And this isn't just a mindset trick, it shows up physically. Suppression spikes your heart rate and blood pressure. Reappraisal keeps you steady. Suppression eats up your focus and memory. Reappraisal keeps your mind clear and sharp, ready to actually think strategically, which, ironically, is the exact thing people are trying to fake when they copy that character in the first place. So now the real question is, how do you actually train yourself to do this? Not fake it, actually build it. Here's your actual blueprint. 3 moves. Move 1, name what you're feeling, specifically. Most people just say, "I'm fine," or "I'm stressed," and leave it there. That vagueness is part of the problem. Your brain needs precision. Instead of "I'm fine," try something like, "I'm feeling tense because I don't have clear information yet." That one sentence pulls the feeling out of the panic zone in your brain and into the thinking zone. Just naming it accurately makes it smaller. Move 2, face the problem instead of pretending it's not there. Fake calm avoids, real calm engages. When something stressful happens, don't shut it out. Actually look at it. What's the real issue? What are your options? You're not panicking, and you're not ignoring it either. You're just working it like a puzzle instead of a threat. Move 3, let people in, the right people. This is the one that surprises everyone. True unshakable people are not isolated. They've got a small circle they actually trust. Because they're not scared of being rejected, they don't need to prove anything to anyone. No performance, no mask, and that security is exactly what frees up all that mental energy. Energy that used to go toward managing appearances now goes toward actually thinking clearly. That's the loop. Label it, face it. Don't do it alone. That's the real version of the aura everyone's trying to copy. And it doesn't cost you your mental health to get it, so now you know the difference. Real composure isn't about looking unbothered, it's about actually rewiring how your brain handles stress before it even spikes. But here's the problem you're about to run into. Knowing this is one thing, actually catching yourself in the moment, right when stress hits, and reframing it in real time, that's a completely different skill. And if you don't have a system for it, you'll default right back to the mask, because that's the easier habit. So if you actually want to build that in-the-moment reappraisal skill, instead of just understanding it, click the video on your screen right now. That one walks you through exactly how to catch stress in the first 3 seconds, before your body even reacts. Watch that next.